Hey everybody, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Faith Fridays. So today I'm going to be doing a shorter message. It's not quite as long as the last one, so hopefully it will, well actually, wait a minute. It's not quite as long as the last one that you saw. The last one to me is the one before the one you just saw, because I just edited and uploaded that. So I'm filming ahead, so just ignore me. But today's video is inspired by a small portion of our message at church, which it was a couple weeks ago, again, by the time you're seeing this. So I'm going to be going over Mark chapter 10, specifically verse 9, but we're going to read the whole thing. Not the whole thing, but the whole preceding verses, just to get context. As I always say, it's important to have context and not just read one passage or one verse. So Mark 10, Mark 10, verse 1. And I'm reading from the English Standard Version today because I left my other one downstairs. So, but the word is the word. So Mark chapter 10, verse 1, and he left there and went to the region of Judea and beyond the Jordan, and the crowds gathered to him again, and again, as was his custom, he taught them. The Pharisees came up, and in order to test him, he asked, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife?" He answered, "What did Moses command you?" They said, "Moses allowed a man to write a certificate of divorce and to send her away." And Jesus said to them, "Because of your hardness of heart, he wrote you this commandment. From the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. Therefore, a man should leave his wife." Wait. Oh, Freudian slip. Okay. And starting over in verse 4, because I can't read, I'm jumping ahead. They said, "Moses allowed a man to write a certificate of divorce and to send her away." And Jesus said to them, "Because of your hardness of heart, he wrote you this commandment. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate." That's kind of talking about divorce, but I'm focusing on verse 9 where it says what God has joined man together, or God has joined together, let man not separate. So I'm going to talk about this in terms of premarital things, or like being engaged or dating. As you can see from the title of the video, God is not the only one who puts people together. I know this very well from personal experience and could probably write a book about it. So in the simplest way that I can put it is that the opposite of this verse is also true. That what Satan has put together then does not become what God has put together. The devil's favorite thing to do is to invade your relationships. And even better for him if he can catch you at the beginning of them before they even start. So he'll put it with the wrong person or for the wrong reasons, or have it be after one or both parties have gone through abuse, or all three of those things, like happened to me. So I had lost my identity. I was lying to myself and others, wrongly believed and swore up and down that he was the one. Why? Because the devil was whispering in my ear, "Oh yeah, God sent him. He's the one. You'll get married and things will be so much better. And definitely there's nobody else better than him. And surely you may not see eye to eye on, I don't know, anything, but nobody's perfect, right?" And I believed that. And before I knew it, we were engaged. So long story short, by the grace of God, my eyes were opened, and it was like I was a walking Instagram filter. Like if I told you even a handful of things that I was ignoring, you'd think I was crazy. And now I have no right to judge other women who stay through these kinds of abusive and manipulative relationships, or toxic relationships, because now I know what it's like to be one of them, and I know I was trapped in that. So God did not put us together, and as hard as I would pray for the relationship and for him to actually be saved, that God knew it wasn't going to happen. And it wasn't his plan for me. So we need to stop pretending that just because we're Christians that everything happens to us is God's plan. God did not want me to be in a sinful relationship. I would ask him to take me out of it if it truly wasn't right, despite me thinking that it was right, and he didn't, because he left it up to me to get out of it. And he certainly is using it to make me stronger and teaching me how to be myself again, and showing me what he wants for me in a new significant other. So basically, the gist of this is that in relationships, you want to make sure that you're in with somebody and it was orchestrated by God and not Satan, because it's easy for us sometimes to confuse the two, and it's very dangerous to do so. So Also, other people can put it in your head. Like what happened to me was that I was told a while back in youth group that God can make anyone into the right person, and that is very wrong. So, not to like crap on the person who told me that, but yeah, that was very damaging, and I believed that, and yeah, just not true. So, that's about all I've got for today. Let me know what you think about this verse. I know that was kind of heavy, like I told a little bit more about myself than I probably should have, but I do actually do want to write a book about that. I don't know. I might. So, yeah, basically took a verse about divorce and turned it into how not to end up in a relationship in which you probably will have to get divorced. So, avoiding divorce, but I don't know. How this, take this as you will. I'm just delivering what I thought and what the words were that God gave me, and that's about it. So, let me know what you think, and subscribe so you don't miss any more of these Faith Friday videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.